Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We begin the news at 10 tonight with the weather. The calendar might say April, but the winter weather is not going away just yet. There are snow flurries in some parts of the state tonight.
Yeah, thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez.
Let's get a check on the weather with winter just wanting to get in one last weekend, I guess.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joins us right now. Rachel.
Brent, shield your eyes. This is not safe for Brent. We got flakes flying in Goshen. Thank you so much to Josh for sharing this with us, because when I look out the window here in Hartford, where our station is, there are some mangled, melting flakes that are immediately hard to spot. As soon as they get to the ground, they immediately melt. But Josh is saying, hey, it is actually sticking to the ground there right now. And if you look at the radar, you will see it is showing up there in Goshen and a lot of Litchfield County, northwestern Hartford County, as soon as you head up in elevation, and also Danbury, where there's a coating of snow on the ground. But for most of the state, temperatures are above freezing, and that is allowing those snowflakes to melt on contact with the ground. It's 41 in Windham, but we're 34 in Waterbury, so a little closer to freezing. Low temperatures tonight will stay above freezing for most of the state, but where it gets close, 32, 33, that's where we could see some accumulation. So we'll see this come down off and on through the overnight hours, a coating up to an inch for northwest and northeast Connecticut, and a scattered coating possible for much of the northern half of the state, if that. We'll take a closer look. Your full forecast coming up.
Rachel, thank you. An investigation is now underway after a teenage girl was shot in broad daylight. All of this went down this afternoon in Hartford.
Fox 61's Stephen Reels talked to witnesses at the scene. He shares what he's learned so far.
Information continues to come in on what actually went down Wednesday afternoon on Park Street. And while no one was killed, people nearby the crime scene told our crews this should serve as a wake-up call. A community in shock Wednesday afternoon after this witness says gunshots rang out on Park Street in Hartford a quarter after 3. He asked us to hide his identity for safety.
Ran over there and seen one girl was falling down, and she was shot in the thighs, left and right. I was scared.
Once officers arrived, they found the victim, a 17-year-old girl suffering from several gunshot wounds. At the moment, very little is clear about what led up to and happened during the incident Wednesday. Hartford police say the 17-year-old girl was conscious and alert when she was brought to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say it appears the teen was not the intended target of the shooting.
In the day, it's crazy out here.
Dean Wilson and his wife own a business just up the street from where the incident took place. Wilson tells Fox 61 Wednesday's scene was nothing new and says the area has had problems in the past, especially with drug use.
We're scared at times. We have to have safety locks on our door because we never know what can happen.
Wilson is now asking police to increase its Park Street presence to help local business thrive instead of feeling forced to leave and find a safer neighborhood.
Our customers are afraid to even come on the street to do business. This is a wake-up call to everyone to let everybody know, please, we need more police in here.
The Hartford Police Major Crimes and Crime Scenes Divisions are both investigating the incident, and anyone with any information is asked to contact them right away. Of course, we'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more. In Hartford, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
Stephen, thank you. State police say possible human remains were found in eastern Connecticut in Danielson.
Fox 61's Kate Pattyfoot talked with people in the area.
Neighbors tell me Woodward Street in Danielson is pretty quiet. Most people walk in this neighborhood and take their pets out. But after hearing possible human remains were found, they say they'll be extra cautious. For Mark Grennan, who's lived in the Danielson area for 30 years, the discovery of possible human remains in his hometown was shocking.
It was very scary, actually, you know, because you think you're safe and it's such a quiet neighborhood. And I mean, I walk my dog up and down the street all the time, and you know, you just never think something like that can happen so close to home.
State police responded to Woodward Street late Tuesday afternoon. It's unclear where exactly troopers made the discovery and where they are investigating further, but there is a park, pond, and wooden areas nearby.
It's very active. There's always people there, and it's very frightening, actually. I hope it doesn't turn out to be human remains, but I don't know, you just never know, I guess.
Others in the area who did not want to go on camera pointed out the wooded areas on the street and said at times they do feel creeped out when walking alone or with pets. Neighbors like Dean Russo say folks in the area should be more diligent.
It does make me think twice, before I do anything. Definitely kind of take a little more caution on things. Be aware of my surroundings when I'm walking. I do go for walks, quite a bit. But, if we're cautious, hopefully this sort of thing isn't going to happen to people that are more cautious.
This is still an active investigation, and neighbors tell me they hope state police have answers soon. In Danielson, Cape Hattie-Foot, Fox 61.
Well, it's the Week of the Young Child. It's a national movement that highlights the importance of childcare. Connecticut lawmakers use this week to platform their early education bills. There are at least 3 that are currently floating around the legislature. Lawmakers say these bills could ease financial burdens for parents who are having a hard time finding childcare. A parent ambassador from the Connecticut Early Childhood Alliance shared the story of a Manchester public school teacher and a soon-to-be first-time mom.
Being a stay-at-home mom isn't something I can actually afford to do either. I have student loans that take up nearly half of every paycheck. That debt doesn't just pause just because I'm starting a family. It's why I'm also weighing the idea of leaving my career during the day and finding part-time work in the evenings. Not to help cover childcare, but just to keep up with my student loan payments, cost of living, and keeping food on the table.
The governor, the House of Representatives, and the Senate are working on their own early child care bills.
Well, this week also marks National Healthy Schools Week, and members of the School Indoor Air Quality Working Group are calling for more action to keep our students safe.
They're pushing legislators to pass House Bill 6922 ahead of looming federal funding cuts. Fox 61's Bridget Bureau joins us in studio to break down the bill for us. Bridget.
Sarah Brent, Connecticut is preparing to lose millions of dollars in federal grant funding for schools, and there is a concern that could impact money for school HVAC systems, and that's why state lawmakers want to get ahead of it.
Healthy physical environments lead to healthy academic environments.
5th grade teacher Jocelyn Delancey is airing her thoughts on heating and cooling systems in Connecticut schools. She says if the quality of what students breathe is poor, so will be their performance in the classroom.
If our students aren't healthy and our conditions aren't safe, our students aren't learning at the level that they're supposed to be learning at.
If plans to pause some federal education funding goes through, the Nutmeg State stands to lose millions of dollars in grants at a time when schools are already struggling to come up with the money to repair and replace aging infrastructure. State Rep. Jennifer Leeper says air quality issues bring more than discomfort, they also pose a health risk.
It has led to folks being permanently disabled because of unhealthy air quality in our schools. So this isn't just about air conditioning, it's really about the health and well-being of everybody who enters our schools every day.
Educators joined lawmakers in Hartford for National Healthy Schools Week, where they discussed the importance of investing in climate control units and maintenance. In Connecticut, the average age of elementary schools is 56 years old, and many HVAC systems are at their brink. Members of the School Indoor Air Quality Working Group are urging legislators to expand funding for routine inspections and upgrades through a new proposed House Bill 6922.
And if we're not improving our systems, the problem is just going to get more and more expensive as we have to repair conditions, if we have to close schools for extreme temperatures. All of those things come at a cost, and long-term they're problematic.
To keep students in schools safe ahead of the next public health threat.
As issues like bird flu and RSV, other respiratory health concerns come back into focus, we have to ask, where is the emphasis on indoor air quality? Have we learned nothing from the pandemic?
A recent state survey showed only 4 in 10 Connecticut schools had central air, and more than 900 schools reported broken or failing HVAC systems. Many schools say they just don't have enough funds in their budget for a permanent fix. In studio tonight, I'm Bridget Bureau, Fox 61.
Thank you, Bridget. A Connecticut nonprofit's turning loss into liftoff, one plane ticket at a time.
It's called the Fly Again Foundation. It was founded in memory of Terryville native Lisa Marzullo, known for her love of travel, who died after a battle with breast cancer. Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro shows us how her legacy lives on in the skies by offering other fighters and survivors a free dream vacation.
Lisa Marzullo was 31 when she passed away back in 2020 after a hard-fought battle with breast cancer. Through all the hardships that came with receiving a diagnosis like that at such a young age, Lisa's strength shined bright. Her main question to doctors was always, when can I fly again?
The pictures play as postcards.
She had places to go, people to see, and breast cancer was not going to stand in her way.
Charlotte Momus is a co-founder of the Fly Again Foundation, honoring her friend, Lisa Marzullo.
She was diagnosed at age 29, which was a shock for a lot of us.
Even in the face of a devastating diagnosis, Lisa's wanderlust never wavered.
She had also just such a positive attitude the whole time. She was going to beat it. She wasn't going to let us know any different.
And now, in the years since her passing, that spirit to soldier on lives on in the foundation.
We've been granting dream vacations to 5 amazing young women since 2021. We've had trips to Finland, to Jordan, to France.
This year, you can add Hawaii and Iceland to that list.
I was diagnosed officially at 29 years old.
And one day I was doing a self-exam and I felt a lump in my left breast.
Jasenia and Taryn, both from Florida, are 2024's Dream Vacation recipients.
It's literally like a cherry. Like something sweet that I never think I would be able to do.
For Taryn, her trip to Iceland is a chance to reclaim joy.
Once a cancer patient, always a cancer patient. You never know what's around the corner.
After she got news her cancer came back.
In the darkest times when it really feels like there's no hope. And like what Jasenia said, it's like that cherry on top. It's a cherry filled with hope.
The goal is to keep that hope flying high.
There's so many young adults, young women out there.
While also raising awareness around breast cancer in young adults.
A lot of us didn't realize that you could get breast cancer when you're under 40.
A mission rooted in memory that will travel the world. Proof that some journeys never end.
To apply for a dream vacation, you must be between 18 and 40 years old and currently undergoing treatment or completed treatment in the past 6 months. The deadline to apply is next Tuesday, April 15th. We have more details on our website, that is fox61.com. Reporting in Hartford, I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61.